go. Hello and welcome to the Virtually Rek't Podcast, where we're always on time and nothing ever goes wrong behind the scenes.
So can you fill in our audience on why we are just a tad late? Just a tad.
Well, my Discord video started flickering, so that might happen again. So then I updated my drivers and it still happened again. It stopped now, but it's probably going to happen again. And then my camera turned off just as I was about to go live. What else, Mac? I've lost track of the stuff that goes wrong.
And you haven't written anything down, so you don't even know what we're talking about.
I've written one thing on a pad, which is
excellent,
not within my hand's reach. So, yes. So I am IndieVR, and I am a co-host of this podcast. And my lovely, esteemed co-pilot is Mr. MacInVR. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, my friend. How are you?
All right. Yeah. All good. All good. How is everything going? I've just lost it. How's everything going?
Yeah. No, you haven't. No, you're still there. I don't know. Should we try an introduction?
Okay.
Oh, your camera's gone off. Oh my God. I can still hear you.
Okay.
But your camera's gone off.
Yeah, I'll troubleshoot as we go.
Okay. Right.
There you go.
Yay, there we go. Right. Do the intro quick while I can still see you.
Okay. What have you...
Says all Indy's got written down is help in big letters. Oh my God, you've gone off again.
Are you joking?
No.
Okay, let's just crack on. Right. So what have you been playing? What are you drinking? What's going on?
Right. I am drinking a very nice Italian Pinot Grigio.
Yes.
And I can admit that the only thing that I've been playing recently in VR has been Automobilista 2 on PC.
Yeah.
Using my Pico 4 headset. I did a great stream on Thursday where I was racing at the Nordschleife, and it was it was really good. Raced for 2.5 hours. Felt like I've been 10 rounds with Mike Tyson afterwards. But I did actually manage to finish 2 races, which I'd never actually managed to do before. There were a few hiccups in between. Excuse me. So basically what's happened is Automobilista 2 is now on version 1.5. So they discovered that they had a problem with their tyre model. Basically, there was 2 physics models being applied to the tyres, which they didn't realise. I think what they'd done is they'd updated the tyre model, but left the old tyre model in place. So the cars were like really weird handling. So it was absolutely fine until you just lost it a little bit, and then there was no way you could get it back. Like the car would just spin and spin and spin, and it was just awful. So the 1.5 version update has completely changed the game. There's force feedback, the tire model, the handling. It's just 100% better than it was. So if you haven't played Automobilista 2 for a while, I would suggest that you go back and give it another try, because it is absolutely superb at the moment. I mean, I love Automobilista 2. It's very, very nice looking, and it runs really, really well on my PC. So you're still not there, Indy.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. I'm just trying to sort it out.
I should have known. I should just get a picture of you and just put that on, and then like just get the lips to move. So, Indy, what are you drinking? Not that we can see. And what have you been playing?
Right, so I'm drinking water, which you can't see, obviously. And what have I been playing? I haven't been playing a lot either, mate. It's been... Yeah, just haven't been playing too much.
VR's been pretty dead.
And I will tell you what I've been playing. Let me just... This should work. Right, that should be fixed. Right. So this is... Long story, I sent my camera back and I got another one. That's why the setting wasn't on. I think I fixed it. I might disappear.
Okay, cool.
I might disappear. Hope you got a photo handy of me in your wallet or something. Okay, what have I been playing? This time I've actually got it up. So I played Mansion Mystery VR, which is actually surprisingly good. I actually really enjoyed that. It's like a puzzle escape room game. Nice little indie game. It's only a few quid. It's like I can't remember what it was, but it's cheap. And I played Guerrilla Shotgun, which is kind of like Guerrilla Tag with shotguns and
Okay.
like an 8-bit kind of ish world. That was really
Yeah.
a lot more fun than I thought it'd be. It's pretty damn
Okay.
good. Yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. It's really hard. If you want to get sweat on in VR, that's one to do.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Then I played Battle Group yesterday, which is surprisingly good fun as well. But that's co-op as well. So there's a few people that are lingering around that wanna jump in and, with me. I say linger because Silver Tongue Devil, he lingers. Yeah. What else? I did a bit of Ghost of Tsushima.
Right, Indy.
Yep.
Your stream hasn't started. Just as an FYI, mine's working.
Right.
Yours is not.
It says it's all working.
I don't have it on my screen.
Can you? Is my streaming going on this whole time, everyone? Can you just tell me that, or am I just going?
Yeah, whether it's me going mad.
Yeah.
Episode 14 featuring the VR podcast. I'm on the right channel. Let's have a look at your chat. I got Mansion Mystery.
Yeah, I'm here.
It's fine. Right. Oh, there. Yeah, you just appeared now.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
okay. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I played a bit of Ghost of Tsushima, and literally an hour before the podcast started, I got my PSVR 2. So
Excellent.
I sent it back to game. Then 2 weeks later, sent it back again.
Yeah.
Almost 2 weeks later, and basically I got a refund.
Okay.
That it's like 510 quid, but whoever was up there in game, they refunded me for the whole bundle, so I got 80 quid extra, and then I got like some games for free in the end. So was it worth the hassle? Not really, but it's still, you know. I stuck it on for like 5 minutes. I did a quick kind of look around. It looks okay, I think. Cool. I need to, after this I'll check again. Yeah, it's really happy it works. I hope there's no dead pixels.
For Firewall Ultra. Yay!
Yeah, but this time it's from Amazon, so it's just like, here you go, just send me another one. It's so much easier. The reason I didn't do Amazon at the start is basically because of they didn't have the bundle.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's just like but now I've got a bundle. I think we should shout out our chat as well, because people are talking.
Yeah, in my chat we have Buck, we have Walking Dead, Evil, More VR, Bluebell, Viper. I'll get back to that question you've asked, Viper, because it is something I want to talk about. I'll write it down so we get back to it. Okay. Right. Basically, it's PSVR 2, GT7 versus Automobilista 2.
Okay. Who have I got in my chat? Zenquility Indy. Hello and welcome, sir. Slow Coach.
Hello, Nindy.
Welcome, Cindy. Oh, there you go. Welcome, Mac. Indy's having technical issues. What a surprise. Yeah. K2, welcome. And Walking Dead, how you doing, mate? Welcome, sir. Welcome. I'm sure he'll be gone in a second into the island of Tabor. Fun with the Clicks, welcome, sir. I got to meet Fun with the Clicks for the first time. Very lovely gentleman.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that, don't we?
Yeah. That hotel room thing that we did, that we said we wouldn't talk about. I think K2. I'm just repeating myself now. Livid VR, welcome. And Charlie Cushing, hello and welcome, Charlie.
Hello, Charlie. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast, my friend.
I think you're new here, I believe.
So, I don't. Buck, slow hand cap. That's got nothing to do with me, Buck. That's got nothing to do with me. My stream was working fine. Dear me.
I blame Buck. He's not here. He actually, it is Buck's fault, because when you started it up, it was like all the windows in the wrong place, right? So.
Right, so it has been
awesome.
Extremely quiet. I am new. You played my game Arcside a while back. Oh, right, okay.
Charlie, nice.
On top of that?
Yeah, it's great. Oh my god, that was a while back. So he let me play test it. It's not out yet. Like way before it came out, I really enjoyed it. You got to like fly across these platforms, but it's really hard to explain. But yeah, welcome, Charlie. How's the game going, mate? Let us know. I did really enjoy it, man. I think everyone watching loved it as well. So check out Arcs In and wishlist it on Steam. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So there's the reason. I mean, I have a list. I usually have a list, and it's usually a page long, and we usually work our way through it over the 2 hours of the podcast. But I only have 6 things to talk about, because it's been so quiet. How do you feel about like the VR scene at the moment? I mean, we're all waiting for Firewall Ultra and Crossfire, but
Yep.
apart from that,
For me, it's been quiet as well. Even the indie stuff, there's not a lot.
yeah.
There's stuff, but there's nothing that tickles my fancy, to be honest. Yeah, I just don't. I mean, Green Hell. I'm gonna talk. Yeah, let's talk about Green Hell quickly. So
Okay, yeah.
Green Hell is right up my street. So I saw Green Hell like years ago, and I was like, it was around the time VR was about, and I was like, I'll wait for a VR version to come out.
Yeah.
Then it came out on Steam, and the developers abandoned it to put it on the Quest. Then it went on Quest, and then I didn't really want to play it on Quest because I wanted like a good like graphic version of it, and that's when I have multiplayer, which hasn't happened yet. So then I went back to the PC, and everyone's saying it's abandoned, it's abandoned. So then I thought, oh man, the PSVR 2 foveated rendering is going to be sick. It's going to look great. And then I see the reviews and everyone's like, no.
This looks like the Quest 2 version, yeah.
Which is slightly upgraded with like the floor that's like just plastered on. But I'm not going to lie, mate. I'm going to probably, I've got to be a responsible adult, but I might even just stream it tonight because I so badly want to play Green Hell in VR. I've been waiting years. It's not like, what's that game called? The Forest. Like,
oh yeah,
I waited for years for that as well, and it was, a bit janky, but it's such a good laugh. I love survival games, so I might stream it after this. Yeah,
I played Green Hell on the Quest 2, and I must admit it was really good. I mean, graphically it looks quite good for a Quest 2 game, and I actually tweeted the developers to say, are you using not reprojection, you know what I mean, not reprojection, but upscaling? And they basically come around and said, yeah, they were. The game was running at 45 frames per second, and they were upscaling to 90. That's why it looked so good. I played all the way through, finished it, and then found out later actually that the Green Hell on Quest 2 is actually a cut down version of the PC version. There's a lot of features left out.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I did, yeah. So Bluebell and Weebles having a bit of a in the chat. Hello, people. How are you doing? Hello, Bluebell. Hello, Weebles. Big hug to both of you.
Oh, did we miss them, did we?
So we did, yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. So I played the Quest 2 version and I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm like you. I like survival games. I thought Into the Radius on Quest 2 was really good as well. I mean, graphically, it was a bit off. I played the PC version as well, but I actually finished the Quest 2 version, played it all the way through, did loads of live streams, got loads of interaction, and I thought it was really good. So I have, same as you, I have heard that the PSVR 2 version, I mean, Beardo Benjo did a review and he's like, is this the Quest? What's going on?
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like they just ported it straight to the PSVR 2 without using foveated rendering, eye tracking, and all that sort of stuff.
And it doesn't have like the best of both. It's like smaller maps and this, that, and the other. And at this point, I'm so desperate to play it. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna get it, man. I love survival games.
Get it.
And just call myself a prick after half an hour.
Yeah, because it'll probably cost you 50 quid or something.
No, it's 25. I think it's reduced still. I reckon.
All right. Oh, that's not too bad then.
I might stream it after. I was going to try and do something technical that I spent ages doing yesterday. But I've seen something. I'm just going to send it back to Amazon. Fuck it. There you go.
What?
I'm going to stream. Oh, it's just to do my camera stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's a mission. I spent ages doing it yesterday and it didn't work. So I'm going to just get a different,
So what are you using now?
At the moment using a Sony camera, and there's like 4K and 4K, but it's a camera. It's like a go out, take photos and film kind of camera as well. So it's not just for web stuff.
So Box just said in my chat, upscaling is the pixel count, not the frame rate. Yeah, I realised that. I want to say reprojection, but it's not reprojection because on Quest 2 it's called something else, and I can't remember because I'm old and I'm an idiot. It's basically they run the game at 45 frames, and then they don't upscale it because that's clearly the wrong word, Buck. They then, using AI technology, bring it up to 90 frames per second. Asynchronous space warp. There you go. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, asynchronous space warp. So asynchronous space warp is what Quest uses, and synchronous space warp is what Virtual Desktop uses. So yeah, there you go. So if your frame rate is struggling on Virtual Desktop, they'll use synchronous space warp to fill in the frames. So what's the difference between asynchronous space warp and synchronous space warp?
Is this a quiz? That's since you just told me.
It's a question.
For me or for Buck?
So synchronous is done at the time, and asynchronous is done one frame backward. So yeah.
You did explain that in one of your videos.
The A. Assassin said the A.
Cheers, Assassin.
What's the capital of England? L. E. Right, so sorry. Yes. Sorry, somebody has actually made a good point in my chat, and it's Gamescom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was supposed to be going to Gamescom this week. I was supposed to be flying out on Tuesday, tomorrow.
Yep.
And I was supposed to be. I had interviews with Drop Dead the Cabin and a couple of other people on the Wednesday, which was like the developer day. And then I didn't get a developer pass because they wouldn't even let Beto Benjo have a developer pass. And he's like on 100,000 subs. And apparently his metrics didn't meet the requirements. And I'm like, well, if Beardo can't meet the requirements, there's no chance of me on my piddly little 15,000 subs meeting the thing. So that kind of screwed that up. And then the Pico thing, as we will talk about later, kind of fell through. So I couldn't afford it. So I'm not going. But I'm going to go next year, definitely.
Yeah.
So we've got Gamescom starting on Wednesday. So that could be exciting.
Yeah, for VR, I think there'll be a percentage, but I don't think it'll be anything massive. But it's time to do it. So actually, no, there will be. What am I talking about? I actually applied for EGX today, and I was looking at how many people watched your channel and all that shit. I was like, fucking, I might as well just pay for the ticket.
I'm just having a quick look here because I also hold on. Oh, this could be interesting. Oh. Right, now I've literally just received this email. This is interesting. Ooh, right, we'll talk about that. Talk about that in a minute because we can when we talk about the Pico meeting we went to. So I've already done a Mac chat about this and Ask Me Anything.
Yeah.
I did that a week today. So some people who watch that may already know what's going on, but we want to talk about it as a group because we were both there. I've been going on at Indie to get himself down to Pico for ages, and he got invited last time and didn't go, and he got invited this time, and I was like, no, you have to go, it's important. And it was an unmitigated fucking disaster, wasn't it?
It was fine. For me, it's a nice trip to London.
Yeah, it's a nice trip to London. Have you got your money back yet?
Have I fucking? Yeah.
Right. Do you want to talk about the Pico meeting then?
Well, yeah. I mean, we got to meet. So, went to Pico, met Powron, met Weeble, met Silvertongue, met Clickster,
Jay,
met Beanie, Jay, and
of course the most important person,
Mummy. No, we met Weeble. We met Mr. Weeble.
We met Grandad. We met Grandad Weeble.
Yeah, Uncle Albert.
Who's lovely as always. Uncle Albert. Ooh, during the war. Sorry, Weebs. You're not that old. I was just joking. Yeah, so the idea of the meeting was that Pico have a Pico video app on the headset, and there is a live streaming service similar to like sort of Twitch, YouTube. Well, not because it's done in a way where it's done in 3D. And there aren't many people who are whitelisted to stream. There's me, there's Rob, there's Power On, and then there's a German guy called Make, and then there's like basically just a stream of very young, attractive Chinese and Japanese women doing all sorts of weird talent show things. And then that big fat bloke who dances to techno, who I just put him on if I want cheering up because he's so happy about what he's doing. It just makes my heart burst with like pride that he's just so happy dancing to techno on a live stream. Yeah, so the idea of Weeble going and the idea of Indie going was because you'd actually watched live streams and you were there to comment on how to improve them. Me, Power On.
I didn't watch a live stream.
I know you didn't. That's something else we need to talk about. You basically went there on false pretenses. Yeah, so the only people who actually do live stream was me, Rob, and Power On. So the other people were there to comment on the user experience. The viewer experience, not the user experience. So they split us into two groups. So it was me, Weeble, and Power On. And then it was you, Jay, Rob, and Clickster. You did the first session, didn't you?
Yeah.
So the problem is that the live stream team are actually from China. And though one's English is very good, some of the other team couldn't speak English, and a couple of the programmers, their English was okay. So the problem was if they asked us a question and we answered, then they had to translate for the live streaming team, not the tech guys. So we gave some good feedback. Oh yeah, by the way, for people on my channel, you'll know that I've been trying to nail down this Pico live streaming contract, which is quite a lucrative contract. So when we walked through the door, Juan came up to me and said, "Don't worry about your contract. It's nailed on. You'll get your contract details through soon. Start live streaming from today." I was like, "Yeah, fine." So I started the day off on an absolute like high because this Pico contract that I've been trying to get for ages actually came to fruition. So I was like hyper because, as you know, I am retired and this YouTube is my full-time job. And now the Pico thing will also supplement my income. So it was very exciting. Then we went into the meetings. We gave good feedback. And then it went a little bit downhill. How was your meeting, by the way? Because we never really talked about it. Because by the time we actually got together, we were all a bit like...
How was it? Don't know. Didn't really say much. A lot of translations. Most of the feedback was from people that have actually used the guys that used the live streaming as the viewers, to be honest. And so there's a lot of listening and ideas, and that's a great idea, and let's try this and that, and they showed us some new stuff, and
yeah, there is some stuff we can't talk about. We are going back down on the 31st of August.
I didn't sign anything.
To see some more stuff we're not supposed to talk about. Yeah. Don't fuck it up for me. Don't fuck it up for me. New ProTube gun stock with the adjustable chin rest. Yes, Slow Coach. We can't talk about that either. So, and then what happened was, just as a brief, as we were all meeting in the lobby waiting for Wen Yu, who's our other contact in Pico, she's the one who originally approached us. basically Rob took me and Shuey to one side and said, "You've heard the news then?" And we were like, "No, we haven't." What? He said, "The Pico contracts have been cancelled from the end of September." So we were like, "Eh?" And then Juan came downstairs. We were like, "The Pico contract's been cancelled," and she was like, all smiles and yeah, it's been cancelled. So we were like, "I think we should walk away because somebody's going to get necked." And when you came downstairs and she didn't know anything about it, so she was really upset. So they started to have like quite an aggressive conversation in Chinese, and we said, "Right, well, we're going to the pub, so we're not getting involved in this conversation. We're going to the pub." Then we went to the pub. We drowned our sorrows, and it was all a bit. The day ended a bit. Felt like we've been used a bit. I think that's fair to say. Giving them all that lovely feedback, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, there, you're out."
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
at the end of the day, yeah, and just the fact that it was like nothing was said until it was like forced out, and that was at the end, and it was like, what the fuck. So, yeah. I mean, I didn't say more than couple of lines in the meeting.
Yeah,
because I was just like, I don't know, man. Nothing.
You're not a Pico advocate, though, are you?
It's not that I'm not an advocate. It's just the fact that the way that my side of things was handled, I was like, nah, man. I don't want to say anything. I don't really have a reason to give my feedback and my knowledge, like, and like, I just thought, because of like, I've been talking to certain people there as well, and I just like the way I was handled. I was like, nah, man, I'm not helping, because nothing's for free.
The main problem with Pico, and it's I mean, we've talked to Wenyu about it. So if you don't know who Wenyu is the game development manager for Pico Europe, and she is one of life's wonderful people. She is one of the most loving, fun, proper gamer. She's just a lovely person. So I will never ever sort of say to her that, this is terrible. But Pico are really badly organized as a company. So what happened was they got bought by ByteDance. So they're quite big in China. They got bought by ByteDance, and ByteDance said, "Right, we're going into Europe, we're going into America." So they hired a lot of people very quickly, and I don't think those people have gelled very well, because basically, arse, elbow, haven't got a clue what's going on. If you try and contact people in Pico, it's very, very difficult to get a straight answer. Yes, Simon V. Yeah, that's right. It is bad business, Bluebell. But they're a big company. I'm going to stick with them because I am a Pico advocate. Like Assassin said, there is actually a Pico 5 on my shelf at the back there. There isn't really.
I mean,
just a standard Pico 4.
I had a Pico and I thought, yeah, good headset. But I don't like. I've got my Index still, and I'm still living in the 70s. But I still use my Index, even though, like, it's old, but I still use it. It's just reliable.
Yeah, it's a great headset.
So, and I'm not looking to upgrade my PCVR till the new, like we spoke about this before.
Yeah.
Till the new thingy comes out, new Index. But it is a great headset. It's light. It's got great lenses, and it's not
great field of view, great refresh rate, great tracking.
Yeah, and it's not meta as well, which is yeah. So I'm a Pico advocate, all right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be honest with you here. I very rarely use my Quest 2 now.
Yeah.
If I'm playing PCVR, I'll use my Pico because it's a much better headset than the Quest 2. Better FOV, better screens, lighter. And now that you've got the AMVR upgrades for the facial interface and the KKCOBVR battery strap, it is, it's a really good headset. I only ever go back to my Quest 2 when I forget to charge my Pico 4. Because this happened to me as I was coming out on the Nordschleife. There's a very famous part of the track called the Zugplatz, and there's like a jump as you come out of it into a right-hand corner, and my Pico died as I was coming up to the jump. So I paused it, switched over to my Quest 2, and then had a massive accident. Bluebell, Thank you very much, my friend. That's really nice of you. Thank you.
Here's
I'm sorry
a
I
little
didn't mention you
something
earlier.
to make you feel
Hey,
better.
Call the Count Tangent. How you doing, mate? Yeah. So thanks for that.
No, Bluebell,
Yeah.
I don't accept gifts. Don't worry about it, Bluebell. It's fine. Honestly, you already.
Don't forget, he's Indian and he managed to scam game out of £80 worth of games.
Yeah, for £8 worth of games and 3 games for So double whammy.
Yeah.
Double whammy.
Nice one.
I even they didn't scam. I sent my I found my camera.
Yes.
I found my camera for like 180 quid or whatever cheaper on Amazon. I just sent it straight back and bought another one for the cheaper price. But they knew about it. I told them, I go, listen, just refund the difference. They were like, no, we can't do that. Just send it back. And I was like, all right. So yeah, I've made like 250 quid this week just from sending shit back.
Simon V's just made a comment on my chat, so I'm gonna address it. Simon, I strongly considered one for the better lenses at a reasonable price. Now, I've literally just received an email from a contact within Pico. So I don't think this is well known at the moment, but from the 23rd of August until the 5th of September, the Pico 4 is being reduced by £60. So it's going from £389 down to £319 for a
good.
Pico
Pretty
4.
damn good. That's a bargain. That is a bargain.
That is a bargain. So if you are thinking about upgrading, you can probably sell your Quest 2,
burn them,
and get a Pico.
Yeah.
And then buy a Pico 4, and not lose an awful lot of money, and also get that huge upgrade, because like I said, the pancake lenses, the lightness, it's really, really good. I'll see if I win one first. Yeah, Simon, oh God. So what Simon's alluding to there is I won a competition, a live streaming competition on the Pico live streaming service in June. You had to get the most. There you go, Serge. There you go. Bluebell sorted you out.
Bluebell, you're naughty. Thanks, Bluebell. I appreciate
no
it. I really appreciate I really appreciate the support. Go on.
So basically, I won this streaming competition, and the prize was a Pico headset. So I have been trying to prize that headset out of their Pico's cold dead fingers since the end of June, and I'm just not getting any further forward. So Assassin, there might be another prize given away at the end of August, and then Pico 4 might be the September prize. Yeah, you have to bear with me. It's like pulling teeth. I do apologise. God, right. So I've covered the Pico price drop. We talked about the Pico meeting. We've talked about PSVR 2.
Okay, so I just got a notification really late for that, but thank you, Blue. I really appreciate it. And I've just got some chat I've got to quickly read. 1 second. So somebody asked.
Call the Count Tangent. Yes, he did get his PSVR 2 sorted.
Yes,
I got his third one.
I got it an hour ago, and I quickly tested it. Seems okay. And I was just saying, although it's probably not the best game, but I really want to play Green Hell. I've had it in the Quest 2 for like 6 months plus, but I haven't played it. So I might stream that after. Plus, there's Firewall 2.
Ultra.
Yeah, and then there's Sierra Squad. That's like, it's not even got a price yet. But then
it hasn't got a price yet. It's supposed to release on Tuesday next week.
Yeah.
But you can't pre-order it, and there's no price.
Yeah, so I'm skeptical. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm skeptical. I think it's going to be delayed.
Yeah, and then
it's going to get delayed.
Yeah, and then what's the other game I was going to get? I was looking at Walking Dead's at 22 quid part 2. Walking Dead Retribution.
Oh, Retribution.
Which I haven't played yet, and I said I wouldn't because the copy paste shit did kind of piss me off. But it's like I've got my PSVR 2, like the first time you get a PSVR 2, but it's the third time, right? So I'm just going to spend loads of money again.
Rastapuff just said Green Hell sucks. I would rather actually be stranded in a jungle than play that crap.
Oh, have you played it on the PSVR 2, Rasta? This is going to be a great stream.
God.
Okay, so let me just quickly say, Charlie Cushing, who's the Arxin dev, he said, It's now a good time for indie studios to release PCVR games. Some say it's a good time because people are hungry. Others say no one would notice because they aren't playing right now. I don't think right now is like August isn't good. Maybe like Halloween, like the last Q3,
Yeah.
Q4, I reckon. What do you reckon, Mac?
For what? Sorry.
They're releasing a game. Indie dev is asking the question.
Oh wow. No, because if you will get swallowed up by the Thanksgiving Christmas crowd because all the games get released then. So I think like right now would be a great time to release an indie game because people are crying out for stuff to play. Crying out for stuff to play.
There you go, a contradicting answer. I hope you're more confused than you were before.
Hey Maniac, how you doing, mate?
Hey Clueless, hey Maniac. Who's new? Yeah, and Simon and Resta. There's not much going on Steam at the moment, to be honest, on the indie stuff.
No.
It's pretty quiet, and I don't think many people are releasing stuff at this point. But I think it's Q3, so that'd be by September, right? Yeah, I think,
that's now. Q3 is now, isn't it?
Yeah, because in October, November. Yeah, so up until the end of September. Yeah.
But the thing I'm worried about is, apart from Firewall Ultra and Crossfire Sierra Squad, which I am absolutely convinced is going to get delayed. There's nothing on the horizon that excites me. I mean, we've obviously got Connect in end of September. Got Connect at end of September, and there should be a load of announcements then. We've got Gamescom coming up in this week.
Yeah.
I know already of some things that are happening, but I can't talk about them. Mostly to do with Quest 3. But apart from that, there's not an awful lot of stuff to get excited about. I mean, I'm hoping that Firewall Ultra is going to scratch that PvP itch, and then Crossfire is going to scratch the co-op itch, and we can get some decent playtime out of those games. I mean, Crossfire Sierra Squad is supposed to have like 30, 40 hours of like co-op gameplay in it, isn't it? Because it's like a horde mode, there's the PvE, there's a single player. So that sounds like it looks good as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. And we all know they did a shit job with the trailer at Firewall Studios. So I just hope, I mean, it's 35 bloody quid. I mean,
yeah.
It's just like, maybe I should just let you stream it, Mac, and see if it's shit. And then buy it like midstream and then just be like, I'll join you.
Call the Count Tangent said, does the Quest 3 have a display port? No, it does not. No, it won't, because the Quest 2 doesn't. So they're not, their emphasis is going to be on standalone. I mean, you'll still be able to use virtual desktop. You'll still be able to link it to your PC via a link cable. But as far as I'm aware, it won't have DisplayPort. There you go. Unless they change their minds, I'm not sure. But we think the specs of the Quest 3 are pretty much nailed down now. Because obviously they'll be ramping up manufacture for a release in October. We hope.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a poll.
I haven't done a poll yet as well. No? Yeah.
I'm going to start a poll.
So what's your thoughts on The Walking Dead 2 then? Is it worth getting for 22 quid or whatever it is?
I was a massive fan of the original.
So was
like a massive fan. I played Quest 2 all the way through. I played PCVR all the way through. I absolutely loved it. And I started to play Retribution, and I thought, like you said, this is just cut and paste shit. It's just, and when it released, it was really janky. And I kind of lost interest. I might go back. I might go back and play it again to see whether it's changed.
On the PSVR 2?
Yeah.
Has it changed though? Yeah. Have you seen any updates or anything? Or
see, I'm not sure because everybody stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I mean, like, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners was one of the best games that released, what was it, 2 years ago? And I played the hell out of it. But when Retribution released, it seemed to die off. Like within a week, nobody was talking about it.
Yeah. And I saw the trailers and the zombies look shit, the models. Okay. Well, then there's Firewall and the other one, Crossfire. Green Hell's meant to be a pile of shit, but man, I need some VR survival, man. It just doesn't come across like VR survival games just don't happen, do they? And I
No.
know I'm gonna be like 7 out of 10. I reckon I'm gonna give it maybe. It needs some updates, really, doesn't it? Like it does need some
Yeah, it
fucking
does. Yeah.
updates. But
I've just the poll. The
yeah.
poll is live. It's basically, are you going to be buying a Quest 3? There you go. Answer in the comments.
Will you be buying the Quest? Okay, I'll do a similar one.
Right, Assassin. I'm going to shoot you down here. Sorry, mate. Wi-Fi 6E will make no difference to wireless performance if you're using virtual desktop, and I've already done it. I've actually tested it. I bought a very, very expensive Wi-Fi 6E gaming specific wireless router, and it actually performed worse than the free router that I got, a Wi-Fi 5 router that I got free from BT. The thing about Wi-Fi 6E is it's supposed to be able to, it is designed to be able to handle multiple applications accessing it at the same time. That is the whole point of Wi-Fi 6E. It will not make your virtual desktop any better. So don't waste your money on a Wi-Fi 6E router because it will not make any difference to your virtual desktop. You stick with your Wi-Fi 5, and if you can afford a cheap Wi-Fi 6 router, go and buy a Wi-Fi 6 router, and you will see a approximately 30% increase in your megabits per second on virtual desktop. But Wi-Fi 6E makes no difference at all. Wi-Fi 7 will make a difference, but Wi-Fi 6E does not. Evil Kingus, you go on my channel and have a look. There's like I did a video quite a while ago, and actually the guy Gig Godin from Virtual Desktop actually said in the chat that Wi-Fi 6E will make no difference to virtual desktop.
Your idol.
My idol. I love him. He's fantastic. I just like the fact that he decided to kick the system in the bollocks and just go by himself. Oh, I'm going to vote on your poll. Blackadder.
All right. You want to vote on polls?
Poll, not poll, P-O-L-E. Poll, P-O-L-L.
Nah, mate. In London, it's a pole. It's a pole, mate. Like a pole dance.
All right, okay.
Here you go. I've messed up all of your. So who's not buying it then in my chat? There's a couple of people there that aren't buying it.
Yeah.
I mean, Cold Tangent, I reckon. Yeah.
I'll be completely honest with you. If I wasn't the content creator, I probably wouldn't upgrade because I think my Pico 4 does everything that I need at the moment. The Quest 3 is the same form factor as the Pico 4. It has one thing which is better, and it actually has the depth sensor. Though whether the depth sensor is actually going to make you be able to look through people's clothing like the Quest Pro did, do you know that's the reason that they took the depth sensor out of the Quest Pro?
You could see through people's clothes.
You could see through people's clothing using the augmented reality.
Is that going to be in the Quest 3? Can I get one of those?
No, I think they've probably done a little bit of software engineering to say you can't look at Marion from accounts as knickers whilst wearing a Quest 3 using AR.
Oh man, that's a shame.
Yeah, so if you have a Quest Pro, and I don't think there are many people who do have one, is Assassin got? No, not Assassin. Walking Dead buy one.
Walking Dead
Walking
Dead has one. Yeah.
So if you take your Quest 3, your Quest Pro apart, the depth sensor connector and fitting is actually there. They just took it out of the manufacturing process at the last moment.
Yeah.
Because they found out that using the augmented reality with the depth sensor, actually, you could actually see through people's clothing.
That's pretty cool, though.
Assassin said, I've already seen Mariana's knickers. Yeah. You don't want to look at a woman who weighs 300 pounds. You don't want to look at her knickers. Definitely. Simon V says, yes, for me. JS says either a Quest 3 or a 3080, 3090.
So who we got? So Bluebell have the Pro, but still want a Quest 3. Oh, Bluebell's at the Pro. Okay. I'm not, but that's because someone decided to post more Deckard coat. Yeah, I mean that's but something. Yeah, I mean everyone told me not to get the index over 2 years ago now because the Deckard. So it's just all fucking hype. I stopped listening to it and stopped looking at it. It's just hype. It's just so much hype around the internet and. Oh my god! Oh my
Well,
god! It's just like it's been going on for too long. I want it in my hands. I'm that kind of person. I don't watch like hype videos and shit. It's too much.
I mean, ever since sadly it's Bradley lost his contact in the supply chain,
Yeah.
he's gone really quiet on the Deckard. He did put a video out the other day, but he didn't have any new information. But it's Valve. They just do what they want. They're not rushing. They don't need to. They don't need to.
Yeah.
They've never discounted the index. Am I right in saying
No.
that? It's like it's like nearly 4 years old.
Yeah, I don't think they have. There might have been one. No, I don't think they even discounted it once. I don't think you might be right there, mate. Yeah.
Hmm.
The Mindex still goes strong. Yeah. I mean that's what I'm waiting for. I'm going to keep using the index till that comes out.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't blame you. I've said it multiple times, even though I've taken the piss out of Indie for buying an index 2 years after. That is the one thing I regret. I actually sold my index to buy a Pico Neo 3 Link. And I wish I hadn't. I really do wish I hadn't. I wish I still had it. Because then I'd still have the base stations and the controllers. And I could have gone and bought a big screen beyond.
Yeah.
Has Indie tried the Pico 4?
Yeah. I had a Pico 4 for
You had a Pico 4?
Yeah, for about a month. Yeah. Did I... Great lenses, but when it came to virtual desktop, I know, like, I can't be asked to piss about with stuff. And it was like certain games that required a lot. It was just worked better on my index. Like I couldn't see, like it was blurry distance in that great hunting game. I've forgotten the name of it. Virtual Hunter, I think it is. And yeah, and then what's the other one? Wanderer just didn't look that good.
Oh, Wanderer didn't work. Yeah, I mean we had the same problem with Tabor when it first started.
Yeah,
is that Tabor didn't work with virtual desktop at all, I think.
Yeah,
you had to use Airlink. Yeah, you had to use Airlink, didn't you?
Yeah.
And the guys from the Tabor team were like, "What's virtual desktop?" And like, "Fucking dude, everybody who has a Quest 2 uses virtual desktop." Yeah. So I mean, they were pretty good about it. They actually went and they sorted it within quite a short space of time, didn't they? Like within a week. They'd managed to sort out the virtual desktop, and it did actually start working. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I had a Pico 4, and I think the lenses were great. You know, the lenses are great, and it's light and stuff like that. So it's not for me. I prefer the index just because it's just easier. Testing games and just quickly sticking stuff on. It's just more reliable. I haven't used virtual desktop in so long, Mac. I can't remember the last time I used it. I think I used it the other day.
Okay.
And it didn't work properly, or anyway, yeah, I just don't use it because the virtual desktop is like for wireless, right? Which is the Quest 2, which is just like sitting there, just sitting there.
Gathering does. Murmur index. That's basically what you're saying, isn't it?
Well, it's only sitting there because someone forced me to buy it. No, it comes in handy. It does come in handy for certain games, but it just.
What were the reasons? What were the reasons that we forced you into buying a Quest 2? Was it a certain change in the direction of your
orientation
YouTube channel?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, still don't fucking use it. Yeah, it has come in handy. It has, and there are some great games. Yeah, on the Quest, but yeah, I'm just more of a PCVR person. Clueless, okay. That game really Clueless. I have played no. What are you talking about, Clueless? Sorry, can't access the menu virtual desktop and Tabor.
Oh, you can. You can. You have to press and hold a button to get the menu up. Yeah.
What button's that?
I haven't played Tabor in such a long time. Yeah, it's not a button. It's not a button press. It's a button hold. I can't. I think it might be the
index button.
Oh no, is it the button that accesses the market? But you have to press and hold it. I can't remember. I can't remember. Clueless. Sorry, mate. Mind Jive.
My audio on Mac's stream is not in sync. What does that mean, mate? Like,
who said that?
Jason.
You know, Jason. How you doing, Jason?
Diamond Geezer. He cost me more money than you do, Mac, buying toys and stuff. Really think it's a bad decision to have such a small storage. I have started skipping on buying some titles because of storage.
Yeah, storage is a problem. I mean, I mean, I've got a PS5 which has a 1 terabyte drive in it. 256 gig is taken up with the UI. I had to put it. I ended up buying another 2 terabyte storage drive because flat screen games are enormous.
Yeah,
flat screen games are fucking enormous. I think Modern Warfare 2 is like over 200 gig.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, what was it?
Like? I would like to see expandable storage on standalone headsets. You know, like you can with your phone, you can plug in a micro SD card or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Bluebell's just said all headsets need external storage. They do, and I don't know why they don't allow it. It seems because all it is a micro SD slot, and then make sure that people buy micro SDs that are compatible with blah blah blah, so that you don't get any loading problems.
Yeah, I mean, Tsushima is quite a big game. I can't remember how many gigs, but yeah, that's worth it, mate. How are you finding it, by the way? How are you finding it? It's fucking brilliant, isn't it?
So anybody that doesn't know, on the Pico video app, I've been live streaming Ghost of Tsushima for a week, and it is, honest to God, one of the best games I've ever played.
It's fucking great.
On flat screen. It's crazy. It's kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2, but in feudal Japan. So you've got Jin Sakai, who's like the last remaining samurai on Tsushima Island, and he is a bad ass MF, isn't he? He's just so cool.
Yeah. I mean, I love the old Tenchu. Is one of my favorite games of all time, and that's the closest you're going to get to it in VR. Not VR, bloody jeez. There's a couple of games that are similar, but not as AAA and not as well polished.
So polished as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way I've been playing it is I've been playing it with the original Japanese dialogue and the English subtitles.
Yeah.
So you get like that authenticity, but like even stuff like the music.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of Japanese, like sort of, you know, like I can't even remember what the instrument's called.
Electric guitar.
Yeah, the electric guitar. Yeah, that's the one.
I think Cole lived in Japan for quite a while as well, for a little while.
Well, I used to work for a Japanese company, so I'm quite embedded in the Japanese culture. So,
yeah,
like for me, the combat is so subtle and hard at the same time. So you'll know because you played this, you have different stances for different types of enemies. Yeah. So if you're facing a swordsman, you have like the water stance. And if you're facing a guy with a shield, you have a different stance. You're facing a berserker, you have a different called the moon stance. And if you're facing somebody with a spear, then you have another stance. And so what you end up doing is, like, during the game, the people you're fighting, you're swapping stances as you're fighting them. You have like these little sort of shuriken things that you can throw. You've got your bow. You've got like little smoke bombs that you can throw, then quickly assassinate people, and then it's just. And you can go in You can play completely stealthy, or you can go in all guns blazing.
I have a question.
Okay.
This determines how much of a man you are.
No.
What difficulty are you playing it on?
No, I'm not, because like I want to enjoy my games. I'm not like What was that game we played in VR where we just kept dying and you were like, oh yeah, by the way, we're playing on the hardest difficulty. I was like, why? Because I've never played the game before and you're just punishing me.
What was it? It was recently. It was what a zombie game, but then there was another one.
It was on the PSVR 2.
Oh, Survive.
Survive, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why we kept dying. And he's like, yeah, we're playing on the hardest difficulty. And I was like, well, I've never played the game before. I don't even know how to reload my gun.
Yeah, we need to carry on with that. It's now that I should have my headset working. But yeah, I'm streaming it on Twitch and I'm doing the hardest mode, and it's fun because you just got to get every button right, otherwise you just get slaughtered in one hit. It's good fun,
hey,
man.
Fitz, how you doing, mate?
What's going on, Fitz, mate? What's going on?
Yeah, Fitzy, Thursday, Firewall Ultra. We're building a team.
Fitz.
Me,
Fitzy,
Indy,
look.
Tassos. He's got his PSVR 2 back. Yay!
Ready? Product showcase, ready? Oh my God, I almost knocked my camera over.
Evil Kingus just said PSVR 2, every game is on the hardest difficulty due to the cable faffery foo. I'm going to use that word, faffery foo. That's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, if you break your camera,
Showcase isn't on. That's all right. Yeah, so I've got it sorted. Well, I haven't actually given it a proper whirl, so I need to give it a real whirl and just see if it's the 100% no. I'd put it on real quick, Fitz, and it looked like it was okay.
So okay, yeah. Product showcase, bang, take that camera.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't realize there's a little thing here. But yeah,
Okay.
that's it really. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get some games on the PS Store, I guess.
Okay, so we're going to go back to Firewall Ultra. So Firewall Ultra is coming out on Thursday. Apparently releases at 4 p.m. British Standard Time. I'm streaming it at 7 o'clock, and we need a team. So we have Indy, we have Tassos. We think Tassos trying to get the day off. Hopefully Fitz is going to join us. It'd probably be better if we got a full lobby of 8 people to play PvP with.
Yeah.
To get rid of the sort of randomness. So if you fancy that, I'll put a post up on my Discord before I go to bed tonight. People want to sort of join the Firewall Ultra stream on Thursday. Give us a shout out. Yeah, that should be cool. And then we'll probably do the same thing for Sierra Squad next Tuesday, because that co-op looks fucking awesome.
Bluebell just asked me if I don't know what me typing it. Yeah, just asked me if I'm going to give up on PSVR 2 if this one's dodgy. No, no. It's just like Gran Turismo alone, and all I've been thinking about is starting Resident Evil again and playing it in the hardest mode, like the whole time I haven't had a headset. So then there's just loads of games that I didn't kind of skipped in certain platforms that I might play. But yeah, there are some great games on there. It is good fun.
Yeah.
So I will keep it, and then it's just Amazon now, straight back and forward instead of 2 weeks waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Amazon are great. Right, can you fill for me? I need to go for a quick Jimmy Riddle. Back in a second.
Take your
Talk
microphone
whatever
with you.
you want.
We could do some
Talk
ASMR.
about me.
Okay.
I'm taking my headphones, but not my microphone, because you don't want to hear me peeing.
I do.
Because it'd be lots of groaning and oh, me prostate. Back in a sec.
Poor Mac, he's getting old. Oh, did you say you can hear me?
I can still hear you.
Get your sausage out. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to keep the PSVR 2. I'm just going to keep sending it back to this. I mean, this one seems all right. I'll give it a really quick test. I was like, look around. Didn't see anything. So, yeah. I know Green Hell isn't that good. And it's like, I've been waiting so long. And it's either the PSVR 2 version or the PC version, which is abandoned, or the Quest 2 version that is pretty much the PSVR 2 version, but it doesn't look as good. So I'm thinking of doing. I am thinking about it. Jimmy Riddle. Look, everyone's chatting now. Mac. Indy thought he was original when you got the microphone. My daughter just said, "Oh yeah, yeah." So I did say to him, he like I said, this is the microphone I got, but I don't want to tell you because I don't want everyone to get the same microphone because everyone just buys that other fucking mic that Max got. See that in his screen? But I tell you what, Fitz, I'm looking at something else, so I might even switch this out, mate. I might even switch this out, so enjoy the copycat microphone. Let's have a look. He did, yeah, he does go in the garden. I was being original, yeah. So Jason, but the next one I get, I'm going to cover in duct tape so you can't see what it is. Mac needs to. What was that? Make needs to make emoji of his face on a leak. Oh my god. Might stream TikTok as well. Okay, you're on TikTok, are you? 1K followers. Oh, nice. Green Hell's a bit of a shit game. It's hard mode forest competition. I like survival games though. So I like hard and I like survival. Yeah, I didn't go for the arm, mate. I ended up getting the different arm. I couldn't be asked to do the matching thing. But I might get something that matches this arm. So you never know. Let's see what happens. Only time will tell. I keep looking at stuff and it's just like, I could just upgrade to that. And then, I could upgrade to that. That's my problem. You can't stick to a product, can you? No, I can't, Jason. Especially talking to Jason just keeps selling me stuff. He's like a salesman. C1 Behringer, good mic. Just a mic. What? Just a mic. None of the funky colors. Yeah. Picking leeches off your ass. Oh, that's great. I like picking leeches off my ass.
To be honest, everybody I know uses the HyperX Quadcast.
Yeah.
Because it's the best microphone. So why not use the best you can get?
But is it
your microphone looks like mine.
Yeah.
Apart from it's pink.
Whose mic sounds better, everyone?
It's like a little penis sticking up.
All right. So whose mic sounds okay? I'm gonna do a poll. Let's do that. Let's do a poll. Where is it?
Whose mic sounds the best? Who sounds more like a DJ? And who sounds more like a salesman?
Hold on. Okay, so whose mic sounds the best, right? And then yes is Indie. No, it's Mac. See that? Psychology.
You're just cheating. You're just cheating. Right, I know who I'm voting for.
Okay.
There you go.
So who's got the better mic?
100% my mic.
Is it
100% my mic. Oh, come on. You're just all indie fans.
Go on, you do a poll as well. So it's fair, go on.
Whose mic sounds the best?
Because this mic's quite new. No, it's only just come out.
And you haven't even I haven't closed my other one yet. Hold on. End poll. Right, okay. Who's buying a Quest 3? 82% said yes. 82% said yes. And bizarrely, 17% said no. So 1% haven't bothered. That's a bit bizarre, but there you go.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm speaking into it. I wasn't speaking to it before. It's just like, but now I'm speaking a bit closer to it.
You got to remember that Indy has the dulcet tones and he's exotic. And I'm just a fat old white bloke from the northeast of England.
I'm not going to lie. That's all true. It's very true.
When I went down to Indy's house for the first time, I actually said, if you came up north, you'd be the most exotic person in my village.
He did say that, yeah. He did actually
say that you'd be wiping pussy juice off your face constantly. All these fat northern slappers they'd be coming for you, mate.
Fat northern slappers, Jesus Christ. Fucking sign me up, son.
You haven't seen them. Oh my god.
That's the whole point. I'll be so wasted. I don't even remember them. So that's the best part. Let me know when your missus is going away, Mac, and I'll spend the night in the Mac cave.
In the Mac, yeah. Absorbing all the Mac juice.
Oh, here we go. Cole, yeah, for the plosives, I don't have the I haven't got the he's got his guide up. I haven't. Mine's just down there. I've got to screw it in.
Oh, I forgot Cole's from Newcastle. No,
Yeah.
I mean I live in Durham, mate. It's a little bit more cultured down in Durham. It's all Chinese actually, because for some reason all the Chinese students come to Durham University.
Yeah.
Bizarre. Right. Oh, I need to start a poll. No, I don't. I'll just stick with your poll.
All right. Yeah. I mean, most Max mic with Indy's voice would be ASMR heaven. Yeah. Okay.
AMSR
So
heaven.
I'm a bit distorted, I think, because I've got it up. Yeah, I've got the gain way maybe too high.
Yeah. My mic's distorted. Yeah.
64%.
Is Mac winning?
64%.
On your own channel, yeah.
That's why you didn't do your poll, because you knew. Nah, but yeah, I'm looking at something else anyway, potentially. Let's see what happens in the next few days.
Depends whether he can scam Amazon out of another microphone and get 150 quid for it.
It's not a scam. It's a fair refund policy of 30 days or whatever it is.
Don't you need to do the head thing when you're saying that?
What about a discount? When and
there it is. And there it is. Racial profiling at its best.
I worked in actually, I'm not even gonna say. Yeah, I just worked in an area in a gym that was full of that. My community. Oh God, it was a nightmare. Okay.
Jason L says, County Durham, you guys love Magaluf. Yes, apparently they do. I've never been. It used to be a big thing in the fire brigade, was going to Benidorm for over a weekend and just getting immersed in the Benidorm culture. And after telling my wife all the tales of what was going on, I was banned from ever going to Benidorm with the guys. Oh my God.
I've never been.
No. Never been.
What's next on the agenda, sir? Quest 3.
I would like to talk about Medal of Honor, if you don't mind.
What, the servers?
Yeah, so basically, Respawn have announced that the Medal of Honor servers for multiplayer are being shut down at the end of September. I'm surprised they're even up, I'll be honest. Excuse me. I was massively hyped for Medal of Honor. I'm a massive Medal of Honor fan. Medal of Honor is one of the first FPSs I've ever played on a PC. Great game series, just absolutely brilliant. So when Respawn said they've spent 3 years working on Medal of Honor, I was like super hyped for it. And when it came out, it was one of the worst games I've ever played, and in VR, and it was huge. It was like 180 gigs on PC. They managed to slim it down onto Quest 2, and I think because did I buy it on Oculus and then I got the Quest 2 version for free? I'm not 100% sure. But it was like six. Yeah, but it was like six. It was like the Quest version was 69 quid. Or no, sorry, the Quest version was £50, and it was, if you had a 64 gig Quest 2 and you had any other games on the headset, it wouldn't fit. It would not fit on your headset. So everybody who had a 64 gig headset couldn't play Medal of Honor. So when it came out, I was really hyped. I was looking forward to the multiplayer more than anything. I was looking forward to playing the single player. It was like 8 hours long, whatever. But the multiplayer was what I was really looking forward to, because there's, a really good, decent World War II PvP shooter was going to be amazing. So I downloaded the game, I fired it up. On the day of release, the servers were empty. I think the whole time I was playing, I only ever played maximum against up to 3 human players, and the rest of it was all filled with bots. And it was janky. It was like there was a load of like lag and LAN problems and all that sort of stuff. So it kind of died on day one. And I went back a couple of times to see if it improved, and it hadn't. So I stopped playing because it was not worth your time. So I'm actually surprised it's lasted this long, to be fair.
Why did they have the servers open? Because I've never heard of anyone saying, I'm just going to jump into Medal of Honor and give it a quick bash with some mates.
Exactly.
It's just, yeah.
I've heard loads of people say, I'm going to jump onto Pornhub and give it a quick bash, but I've never ever heard anybody say, I'm going to jump on. I mean, I even tried to get like people involved on my Discord to play Medal of Honor, and nobody was interested.
Yeah.
And to be fair, once they fixed it after a couple of weeks, it was actually quite good fun. But you were just playing against bots.
Yeah.
It's a massive It reminds me of the Larcenauts debacle. You know, I mean, we were involved in the Larcenauts debacle. On day one, it launched, and the multiplayer was terrible.
Yeah.
It was really just unplayable, really. And they lost. I mean, for a hero shooter that's based on PvP, on day one it launched and it was terrible. So people didn't play it. And then what happened was they fixed it, and then you went back into play. But the only thing that happened was there was this really hardcore group of about 20 people who all played Larcenauts, and they were the only ones playing it. So as a new player, you just came up against that core group of 20 players who were like super organized, really high level characters, and you just got mashed, and it was no fun at all. So everybody stopped playing Larcenauts. And that's in the same situation.
Wasn't that some Blastonauts thing about esports or something? That's what they were looking to do recently. I just don't think it's got the legs. Doesn't have the legs for it. Yeah. Medal of Honor I bought on Steam, performed like shit. Bought it on Quest. It wasn't performing very well. I returned it, not Quest, on whatever the hell it's called, PC Quest.
Oculus.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it didn't perform too well, and then I just returned it. But I've always said to you, if it goes on sale for like 15 quid, I'll buy it. And you're like, don't even do that.
No.
I'll never talk to you again.
No, don't bother.
It's quite a good deal. 15 quid to not talk to you ever fucking again.
Yeah, so I'm surprised. Well, I'm surprised it still has. They've still got the servers running. So to me, that was no surprise at all, because nobody ever talked about Medal of Honor's multiplayer. Nobody played it. Even when it launched, nobody played it. So it's another. It's not like Echo Arena, which had a very dedicated fan base and lots of players playing it all the time. This never. It was stillborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, another one bites the dust. So, what multiplayer shooters in VR have kept their audience?
Population 1, which I played for the first time in 5 months.
I saw the stream. Yeah, how was it?
Sweaty as fuck on a Saturday night. You start earlier, it's good. It was good. Then it was just like all these wankers that just been playing for 4 years. They don't go out much and they just fucking play Population 1. I was just like, oh god. It was good laugh though.
The name's Zalotto. I remember that stream where we killed her and her team, and it was one of the best wins we ever had.
Yeah. What about Operation Wolf? Operation Wolf is like 20 quid for like an hour's worth of gameplay, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a really old game as well. So, Conk has just said like Contractors, Pavlov, Population 1. These are the ones that hold their audience because they update and change a lot of stuff. They add stuff and they keep it interesting, don't they?
Well, where would the game be without the fucking community though? Where would those games be without the community?
Yeah, but that's what they've done really well, and
that's
how
and
you
stuff.
hold. Yeah, that's how you hold a VR audience. You know, when they released the mod tools and everybody basically made all the Call of Duty maps again, we played a lot of Contractors on live streams. It was really, really good fun. I remember the Star Wars mod where you could jump like 50 feet in the air with the lightsabers.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Oh, so Contractors got Contractors Brotherhood coming out next year, which is a battle royale, basically a Warzone clone. And if that works, that is going to be amazing, because Warzone, I played quite a lot of Warzone with Tassos and Fitz and Power On. That's going to be amazing if it works. If it has like a big map and it has all the options that you can, that sort of Warzone has, I think that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I think really cool. Blue Ball just said that Breaches got that new ship map update, right? Do you play Breaches?
I played a lot of Breaches when it first came out, and then something happened and it got a bit toxic. And I stopped playing it because I don't know, you had these people who knew the map so well, and they weren't like, they were great players, but they weren't nice with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like in the lobbies, they were just like, "Oh, you're a bunch of fucking noobs. Like, drop out of the lobby so we can play some decent players." And you're like, "Okay, well, you're a dick, aren't you?" But I did really enjoy Breaches when it first came out, but it got toxic.
Yeah. I played it 3 times maybe. What else is good?
Tabor.
Pavlov on PSVR 2 I like because of the triggers and the haptics and all that. It just works a lot. It's less jank than the PC. It just works well.
Yeah, it works really well.
But the zombies is what I'm about. The actual real zombies, Call of Duty zombies.
On the PC, the Call of Duty zombies is amazing.
That's so OBG. We need to play that.
Yeah, we do.
What else is there? I played Contractors. I've probably played about 8 to 10 hours of Contractors over the past X amount. I don't know how many years I've had it for. I haven't played that much.
We played a lot on PC. There's a load of really good alternative games. There's like Gun Game, and there's one in the chamber, and then there's that crazy sort of Predator mode that we played. Did you play that? I played it with Walking Dead, Fitz, Power On. Not sure if you were there.
I played once.
That was really good.
Yeah. I played once or twice.
That was really good.
Yeah. But in general, FPS games. I mean, Population 1 has gone up and down, hasn't it? Up and down, up and down. But it's never like, it's had times where it's gone really dry. But since it's free, I don't think it's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I mean, that's actually how we met originally. And we used to play a lot of Population 1 with old Facey. Remember Facey?
I think so.
Oh, Team Tryhard. Yeah, what was he? Big guy with the beard, yeah. Haven't seen him for ages.
I was doing 8 hours a day. That's when I first started doing Twitch and it was lockdown. I was playing Population 1 for 8 hours a day. Yeah.
I admit I was as well.
Yeah.
And the problem is that you get up to a certain level and you just get put in with, because we would go into a lobby and we'd see the sweats.
Yeah.
We'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, we're not going to win this game. You'd see like him from China. What was his name from China?
Alex from China.
From China. You see Zalotto. You'd see like Proper D. I mean, I know he's a friend of mine and everything, but he's a fucking great player. And you just knew if he was in the lobby, you weren't going to win. Yeah. Oh, what was that? Oh, what was the French guy who turned out he was cheating? Jaguar
Regent.
Yeah, we came up against them so many times and got beaten, and then we actually figured out what they were doing, and we actually beat them and won the game. And then about a week later, they found out he was cheating. He was using an infinite ammo reload, no reload cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It was nice. It was good to go back in and just play with. I think I played with Dips and Pap and It was just the time of day. It's just a bit
God.
fucking sweaty.
Yeah, I haven't seen Pat for ages. But yeah, it's like I said, what the problem is once you get above level 50, you just get put in these super sweaty lobbies, and it's not fun because those people, that's all they do. And if you're off your game just a little bit, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
We had some great. that stoner, that guy was so stoned.
That's everyone.
We actually dragged him to a win, and he was so over the moon.
Yeah, I had so much good footage. I just deleted it all. I think what was the other one? I've got a lot of footage of Mac just losing it and getting raging, and it's so funny. I had a lot of footage. I think I still saved a lot of it on Twitch, the best part. So yeah, maybe I'll do a showcase of that. Yeah. There's some funny shit. Some fun. I used to send it to my brother. He used to piss himself. He goes, he's talking to a kid. Just yeah.
Oh dear. No, there was so many good stuff. There's so much good things about Population 1, but in the end it just ended up, it just wasn't fun to play anymore because they don't play enough, and you need to play all the time to be good. So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of over it now. But the I think the peak for me of Population 1 was Metro,
yeah, Metropolis. Yeah, that was
18 players or whatever it was, and everyone was just hot dropping. That was so much fun, man.
That really sharpened up your skills with guns you don't normally use, because you were just like dropping in, grab a gun. Oh my god, I'm being attacked, and it was really good.
Has anyone in the chat played Green Hell on the PSVR 2? Just let me know. I know most people can say it's shit, aren't they? But
well, like I said, if it's the same as the Quest 2 version, it's still a great game.
Yeah.
Look past the visuals. It's a great game.
How hard was it? Okay, what difficulty did you do it in? Like,
I don't know. Can you choose the difficulty in Green Hell? I'm not sure. Yeah. I probably played it on normal then. Because, like I said, I like to enjoy my games. I don't like to be punished.
Mate, ask anyone who watches my Twitch channel. They like watching me play games in the hardest difficulty. It's a great challenge.
Well, here you go. I played Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart on the hardest difficulty and finished it and beat the last boss. And I loved it.
Scratch it and wank, more like.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is a great flat screen game if you like platformers, and there's like a massive upgrade tree, loads of weapons, loads of collectibles. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed the 40 hours I put into that, and I live streamed most of it on the Pico live video platform. So unfortunately now that is gone, because unlike other platforms, you can't go back and watch the live streams. It's all live, and then once it's done, it's done. Which is a big problem.
Monkey Nuts, I was really looking forward to. Yeah, Monkey Nuts, I've been waiting for years. I didn't play Green Hell on flat screen, just waiting for a VR mode. Then there's 3 out, and none of them are fucking. It's annoying.
So can we talk about Firewall Ultra then?
Yeah, go for it.
That is the next big PvP game. They've also announced there's a PvE mode as well, so you can like do infiltration. But I think that is going to be the next big PvP thing, because Firewall, the original 0 Hour, had a massive following on PSVR, and it has a very loyal player base.
That will sell headsets, not loads, but it will make this little spike in headset sales. Firewall is, I played it. I played it for a little while, not long, but it was good.
Yeah.
But I don't generally play that type of game too often. I'm only going to get it because you guys are playing it. Like, do you know what I mean? And even then, everyone's like, "Oh, do you want to jump in? Do you want to jump in?" I know after like a few guys, I'll just be like, "Fuck it, let it gather dust."
Yeah, but it might be good. It might be really good.
Yeah, it needs a manual reload.
I'm more excited. Honest to God, I put hand on heart, I'm more excited for Crossfire Sierra Squad.
Crossfire, I just play on my own. Fuck everyone else. Don't need you.
But the thing about Crossfire is there's a single player game, which apparently lasts between 4 and 5 hours. There's a co-op campaign, which is going to last about 16 hours.
Yeah.
So there's like 20 hours out of a game, and it's only 35 quid. And then they have an horde mode, which I love a horde mode. I used to play a lot of horde mode on Gears of War. We played the horde mode on Rotten Apple.
Which is on Thursday, Rotten Apple's coming out of early access. There's a new museum level.
Oh, we'll have to jump on that again because that was really good fun.
It
was like, it's quite basic, but it's what you can't. The thing about Rotten Apple is what you can't portray is the adrenaline rush of just getting swamped. It's crazy good. And I always remember that little when we were playing with Classy Baddie, and Classy Baddie's quite short, and she fell out she fell out the back of the underground carriage. And she was trying to get back in, and all we could see was his little head going, heep, 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 get back in, can't get back in.
Yeah, they fixed that. That was funny.
It was on one of the live streams. Oh my God. I was like, I nearly had a heart attack. I was laughing
it's
so
so
much.
funny. You just see a little head jumping up. So that's going to have the map that is basically, you can run around a lot more. And it's in the museum, and it's going to be crazy. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, when that comes out, we'll have to live stream it again. So Monkey Nuts just said he's looking forward to Crossfire more. So keep an eye on my Discord. Yeah. We're going to we're going to be doing a lot of live streams on Crossfire. So keep an eye on the Discords, mine and Indie's, and Power On's probably as well.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on them. So we'll be looking for teams.
Fitz won a copy of Rotten Apple last week on my channel as a channel member. Sorry, so he's going to join us next time.
Okay, cool. We need a killer. We need an outright killer.
Yeah. So that's that'd be a good laugh.
Yeah. Cheers, Monkey Nuts. Yeah.
So then,
see you there, mate.
There won't be any reviews for Firewall until the embargo lifts at 4. I reckon it's gonna get around a 7 average kind of score. I don't think it's gonna be this is amazing kind of game.
So Ian Higton from Eurogamer, he has had access to it. I think he's played it at an event with other content creators, and he enjoyed it, but he had criticisms. I'm getting the vibe that Gamertag already has access to it from his channel. He seems quite reserved about it. So we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see.
I'm in two minds to get it, but I am going to get it because obviously we're going to stream it together. But it's like I probably would give it a miss for at least 24 hours and then stream it on Friday because I want to see what the reviews say.
Just jump in and just do it.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. fucking retired wanker who's got unlimited money.
I've got unlimited money. My fucking Porsche cost me.
Oh, my Porsche. Poor fucking you.
Oh my God, keeping my Porsche on the road makes me, I don't have that much disposable income.
Yeah.
Because I'm too busy doing stuff with my Porsche. Oh my God, yeah. Right, so one of the first questions I was asked was by, here we go. I have to go back to...
Jason saying Gamertag doesn't have a copy of it.
He doesn't? Oh, okay.
And yeah, Fitz said the reload mechanics they might have addressed. Let's see.
Okay. Right, so one of the first questions we got asked on the stream was by Viper AI, and he said, can I compare Gran Turismo 7 to a Automobilista 2? So you've played Gran Turismo 7, but you have used a controller, haven't you? And you said you got quite addicted.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not as big a sim racing fan as me. So how did you find Gran Turismo?
Fucking great. Once I make sure this headset's all right, I will be playing it again soon.
Okay.
I just want to keep playing, but I don't have the sim rig set up. I'm just don't want to put that kind of money down at the moment.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, when I first got my PS5 and the PSVR 2 hadn't been released, I actually played quite a lot of Gran Turismo 7 just using the controller. And it does work really well. I mean, it's obviously designed to work with a controller. But because the majority of people who are going to be playing Gran Turismo 7 on a PS5 are going to be using controllers. There'll be a small portion of people who have sim rigs. With PSVR 2, the best way to play it is with a sim rig. It's just unbelievable. The Fanatec GTDD Pro that I've got is set up perfectly for Gran Turismo, and it works really, really well. There are some problems with Gran Turismo 7. You can't do qualifying, so you do a race, you always start at the back.
Yeah.
And that leads to a lot of like non-sim racing sort of stuff where you just basically have to try and barge your way through until you catch up with the guys who are the 5 guys who were in the front. The 5 guys who are in the front are the good AI players, and then you have a decent battle. But until you get to them, it's a bit bargy. It's not particularly good. If they brought in qualifying and practice and all that sort of stuff, and the races are quite short, usually only between 4 and 5 laps. But the circuits are amazing. On the PSVR 2, you'll test. It looks amazing. They've done some work since it first released. The reprojection is much less. It just looks glorious. And the thing I love about it is it just works.
Yeah.
You plug your PSVR 2 in, you plug your GTDD Pro in, and there's no faffing about with like frame rates and like trying to tweak your graphics. It just works, and it looks amazing. I mean, it actually looks better than the Ultima Ballista 2 on my PC, and I've got a 2080 Ti with an i9 and loads of RAM, and it runs pretty well. But like Gran Turismo 7 just looks. There are moments in Gran Turismo 7 where you just like your jaw literally hits the ground. It looks so pretty.
Yeah, the interiors are great, and then when you go into, I call it car wanker mode, when you stand outside and look at the car, and it's the cars just look real, like
they do. Yeah,
but then
it's amazing.
Like we said that about racing games 20 years ago, didn't we? We're like, oh wow, that looks real, and you get it now, you're like, that's shit, but it does look.
I remember when Gran Turismo launched on the original PlayStation, and I was like, I love that game. This is incredible. And then they brought out the not the dual sense, the twin stick controller. I can't remember what it was called now.
Dual sense,
the dual
shock.
Dual sense.
Dual shock.
Dual shock.
Yeah.
They brought out the dual shock, and I went and bought a dual shock specifically to play Gran Turismo, and it changed. That's when I realized I was a sim racer, and I just got totally addicted. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So Gran Turismo 7 with a PSVR 2 and a GTDD Pro is, I think, one of the most accessible ways of getting into sim racing. It's not a sim racing game. It's a car collecting game. But there are moments when you're racing that you just think... I always remember I did the Mazda GTs, the Mazda MX-5 GTs on Tsukuba, and it was an hour-long race. And there was pit stops and variable weather. And I streamed it, and it was one of the best experiences I've had, like, playing a car racing game, because it was so unpredictable, and I didn't even know right until the end of the race whether I'd won. And I did win, but I'd passed the last guy, and he was 0.17 second behind me. And so after an hour, I'd only just beaten this guy, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Like I said, Gran Turismo 7 is more of a car collecting game than it is a sim game. But those moments where you have that incredible experience, I think Gran Turismo has that nailed. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think... go on.
AMS Ultima Ballista 2 is a better car racing game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they're having a little chat about damage and stuff, because Cole and Fitz are both Simrig wankers, and they love it. So they're talking about damage in Gran Turismo. What did I play? I played something 2, Project Cars 4 or 2 or something on the PC.
Project Cars 2.
Yeah.
You want to play 3, you'd play 2, yeah.
And I thought that was all right, but with this the setup I've got, like 2070 Super, the setup I've got, but the PlayStation is so easy with stuff. Like just throw it on, don't have to fuck around with anything. It just works. You know, that's the good thing about
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the cheapest way to get into sim racing because you can spend £1,000 on your PSVR 2 and a PS5, and Gran Turismo will. If you're a car nut like I am, I'm a massive car fan, huge petrol head. And the cars that are available, it's a really good game. It's a really good game.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
It's not a sim.
No.
But yeah, I will play that again soon. Like this weekend.
Okay, well, we'll organise a race, and you can suffer Tassos's purple penis rocket that he always rolls out. If he ever loses a race, the purple penis rocket comes out for the next race.
Oh, okay.
And he just disappears off into the distance.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that. I think you set one up, didn't you? But I didn't have a headset, and then not enough people wanted.
Nobody really responded, so I didn't do it. Yeah.
How many players is the max on the game of that in a lobby?
Oh crikey! I think it's up to 20.
Fits?
The daily. There's like weekly races.
Yeah.
And I've only done a few, but basically I jumped into this lobby. You do qualifying, so there's like timed. So like every 15 minutes, there's like a lobby opens, so you can join the lobby. The lobby was full. I did my qualifying. I think I qualified second. Started the race. I followed this guy who was just as good as I was, and followed him for the whole of the race. And he made a mistake on the second to last lap, and I passed him. And then I managed to win the race, and it was one of the best online experiences I've ever had. It was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, but the thing about that was the racing was clean. There weren't any dickheads like just trying to ram you off the circuit. Because I think in the lobby I was in, people were taking it kind of seriously. So the few people I did overtake, they didn't block. It was like proper racing. You know, I was like followed them into a corner, outbraked them, overtook them. They didn't deliberately like try and bash me off the next corner. The guy who was winning and I passed him, he was like on my ass for the whole rest of the lap, and he didn't do anything untoward. He just, he was like following the racing line, trying to overtake me, and it was like proper adrenaline rush. So when I was playing the Nordschleife stream on Thursday, I actually looked at my watch, and my heart rate at one point was 130 beats per minute. Because I was really enjoying it, and it was tough. So that was a good experience. That was great. I enjoyed that. 16. Yeah, Fitz is saying 16 or 20. He's not too sure.
I don't think we know 20 people that got PSVR 2. Me, you, Walking Dead, Fitz. Clueless, Tassos.
Power on.
Paradise Decay.
I took part in the Content Creator Cup. It was grand. It was Gamer Tag, Mike from VRO. It was Paradise Decay. There was Scorpio. Was it Scorpio?
No,
Scorpio. It was Ham. It was Ham VR.
You're at the end of all of his PD's videos. You know that, your voice.
Yeah.
End of his live streams. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a really good day. I came fourth. I think I won a race. I think won one race and came fourth in every single other race and came fourth overall. But there were some really good races in there. Some like really good. Buck was in there as well. Yeah, so yeah, it was really good. I think maybe I should change my channel to a sim racing channel.
Yeah, I'm yet to try. Yeah, Buck did invite me to try his out. I'm like, no, can't do it. It's just a money pit.
Yeah.
But I know it's going to be great because I remember years ago when I was a kid just playing it in the arcade with the steering wheel was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So yeah.
Catch up on there.
There's not a lot.
Watching Mac on AMS2 is more fun for me. Punt. Yes, Weeble, I got punted a lot. I got punted a lot. Oh, there you go. It's good fun though.
So yeah, I think maybe we'll have to sort it out, mate, in the next couple of weeks. But it'll have to be like a prime time thing,
Yeah.
like a Thursday. I mean, I don't see anything major coming out, like, but it'll have to be that sort of time where people are watching and other people will join.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes with Crossfire Sierra Squad, because that's going to be like a big co-op thing, I think, for the next couple of weeks. I think that's going to be like the after the fall, because we did shitloads of after the fall streams, didn't we? Because it was really good fun. So I think Crossfire is going to be the same. We could even play it on hard if you want.
Stop lying. Stop teasing me, Mac. I hope there's like an ultra difficulty, because I'll just go solo if no one else wants to join me and just go through it all. That'd be great.
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, it should be good. No, I mean, I don't mind if I'm good at a game. I don't mind playing on the harder difficulties, because I just get frustrated if it's, like you're not used to the game and that's what holds you back. But if you're good at the game, then yeah, I'll go for the hard stuff. We're good.
Yeah, so that's Tuesday. Thursday's Firewall. What else is Thursday? Thursday is the Rotten Apple update where it comes out of early access, new map, which I might
do that on Friday afternoon, maybe. Friday afternoon, fancy that?
I can't do Friday afternoon.
You busy?
Yeah, I can do Friday later on, but you'll be out.
That's right. I forgot you've got a job now, haven't you?
I've always had a job. I've just been working for you exclusively, Mac. I'm not yours anymore.
Catching up on your chat.
I can't do Friday daytime I can't do.
Okay. Saturday, lunchtime.
Possible, I think.
Oh, he's looking at his busy schedule. See, my schedule is like, yeah, I'm free.
No, it's not. Bollocks. Oh, I'm walking the dog. I got to fucking do this. I got to do that.
I can't play on a Wednesday because that's Dawn's day off. I don't play on a Sunday because that's my day off. But apart from that,
every day's your fucking day off. What are you talking about?
The joys of being retired.
Yeah.
The joys of actually accumulating money over your working life and being able to retire at the age of 55.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible.
It's great, mate. Fucking enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. But yeah, let's see what happens. I should be free Saturday, but I just don't. I like to keep weekends open. I don't really make plans on weekends too often. With gaming, it's just like if I can be asked, I'll do it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Rotten Apple is so much fun with like three other mates, because it's such an intense experience. I mean, I know it's like a bit janky in places, and like a lot of people who are watching the streams are like, well, this looks shit. But no, it's not that. It's the gameplay loop is just, they've nailed that, haven't they? Absolutely nailed the gameplay loop.
Yeah, it's just what made it for me is that mystery box thing that you pull.
Yeah.
That just makes
so
it
cool.
Yeah. So that tomorrow I'll be doing the second episode of the podcast as well for the VRK podcast. We've got a guest on who is CEO of Synthesis, who are basically a platform that you license games through, and he's going to be a guest. Should be cool. Learn a lot of stuff because I'll be learning a lot myself because
what time's that on?
Tomorrow at 7 p.m. BST that'll be on. So the last one was really good, man. Like a lot of people watched. So it's doing all right, mate. It's doing all right. There's a lot of. I learned a lot from that podcast.
Tuesday's dirty sex evening for me though, because it's my date night with my wife. So I'll try and watch, but I'll probably be ball deep in the misses. So
watch at the same time.
No, that would kill the mood. That would kill the mood.
I don't think it will. I was going to say...
Maybe she likes big Indian guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she does.
I've got a great story, but it's not for YouTube, unfortunately. Damn it. Yeah. But yeah, I think Fitz is up for it. Fitz will be about. He's always up for gaming.
Up for Dirty Tuesday sex weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of what's that stuff called? I forgot what it's called now.
Mac doing an OnlyFans shoot with the missus. Yeah, if you want to see two old people slapping hairy guts together, then I mean that's fine. That's that's what floats your boat.
I'll pay money for that.
There are a lot of things that people pay money for that you'd be quite surprised about.
I know. You could. OnlyFans is crazy, man. You could just sell like your socks and shit.
Two old farts, dude. Thank you, mate.
What else? Is there anything else we want to talk about? Oh, there's another thing that I was just thinking of. There's games are going off there. People are like, oh, why is this game disappearing from the Quest Store? Have you noticed that?
I haven't, no.
Layers of Fear. I've forgotten the other ones, but yeah, some games are disappearing off the Quest Store, like, and everyone's like, why? Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a Quest 3 deal that's going to happen that it's only on Quest 3 and they're just taking it down. Like, Layers of Fear is a really popular game, right? Or whichever one it is.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe they're doing that. Maybe they're just saying, right, let's put it in the Quest 3. It's a bestseller, maybe. I know somebody who will know. Possibly. His name begins with P and ends with Decay.
D. Okay.
Operation Wolf went for a day and then it came back. Oh yeah, that's weird. I don't get it. I don't keep track of meta too much, but anything else you want to talk about, Mac? Because
I've got one more thing I want to talk about. But it is related to AR and VR, but it is basically BMW have an experience which you can pay £660 for, and you go down to the BMW experience and they have a track laid out on a circuit, but you actually wear a virtual reality headset and you drive the car in AR, but you're actually driving the car, and it's like a BMW M4. It's like a proper fast car. So if you want to know, if you want to know what that's about, Jimmy Broadbent, who's a well-known sim racer, he actually did a video on it, and he actually drove this BMW in AR, but they did it like a sort of Mario Kart style. It's really clever. So you're basically driving the car physically, but you're in a sort of Mario Kart-esque sort of track. It's all safe, obviously, because if you run off the track, the car,
explodes.
There's there's loads of space, so you're not going to run into you're not going to run into like a bus or something like that. So it's all done on like a big sort of open circuit, and the circuit is represented in AR, but there's like corners and stuff which aren't really there, and you have to sort of try and get the best time. So it's really, really clever. I think they're using a Vario Aero rigged up to the BMW, and yeah, so you can now actually go and experience this with BMW. It costs £660 for the day, and I think you get 4 runs on the circuit. But it sounds absolutely fascinating. It sounds really brilliant. I mean, I got invited in brackets because I'm a VR content creator, but they were still going to charge me £660. So I was like, unfortunately, I can't afford it, and it's down south, so it'd be traveling expenses as well. But yeah, that sounds really fascinating, and it's one of the things I'm really excited about for the Quest 3, which is the depth sensor, which they are going to include, which apparently is not going to be able to see through people's clothes. So I'm going to do a video on the Quest 3 in the next week or so. My first content that I've released on YouTube for some considerable amount of time. There are reasons behind that. I got burnout and I haven't really done anything for the past 2 months on my channel. If you watch the AMA that I did, the first one, you'll understand the reasons behind that. But yeah, I'm coming back soon, and there will be new content on my channel, not just live streams. But yeah, there you go. That's me being as honest as I possibly can.
Yeah. The only thing with this whole AR thing is the scanning of your room, your products.
You worried about privacy issues?
Yeah.
Okay. So when they announced the Quest 3, they had Zuckerberg was playing a game on his Quest 3, and it was Drop Dead the Cabin. And I spotted it because I'm a big Drop Dead the Cabin fan. Obviously, we've live streamed it quite a few times. And basically, Zuckerberg was stood in a room that had windows, and the Drop Dead the Cabin
Yeah, I saw it.
Zombies.
Yeah.
The zombies were coming in through his own window. And to me, that is extremely exciting. Is that you could perhaps, with your Quest 3, map the whole of your house. So you'd have your front door, your back door, your window, your kitchen window, your living room window, your bedroom windows, your bathroom windows. And you would have to then defend your house in augmented reality against the Drop Dead the Cabin zombies coming into your house. And I was invited by Soul Assembly to experience this at Gamescom on Wednesday, but unfortunately I can't go. But I have been told by the people at Soul Assembly that I may be able to experience this separately before the Quest 3 is released. So I am extremely excited about what AR can bring. Don't forget to unmute your mic when you finish coughing. I'm extremely excited for what augmented reality. I'm extremely excited for what augmented reality on the Quest 3 can bring. I honestly think that augmented reality is going to be the next big thing in virtual reality.
Yeah. I just don't trust the fucking... they got the map of your house and all your shit you got and stuff, man. I don't... No.
You think privacy laws and all that sort of stuff are going to cause problems?
I don't think... There's always ways around, right? I mean, Facebook are known for their... Let's see. I mean, it's not even Facebook. Just in general, I'm talking about. Not even Meta, just in general, I think it's a bit much, man. Like, the PSVR 2 scanned your room. When it's doing that, I was like, my TV, my this, my that, it's just a bit... I just want a room with like I'll have to have like if I do AR, I'd have to have a room with nothing in it. That's it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The thing is, right, so here's a story. So the guy who did Cactus Cowboy, he contacted me on Twitter and said, I noticed you got a Pico 4. I've got this experience, this AR experience. I want to port it to Pico 4. If I do that, can you tell me whether it works? And he downloaded the Pico SDK, and within an hour, he had this AR experience up and working on the Pico 4. It's called Emilio's Adventure. You can get it on App Lab right now, if you want to, on Quest 2. And it works well on Quest 2, but the pass-through on Quest 2 isn't as good as the Pico. So I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And I was absolutely blown away about how... I mean, Emilio's Adventure is a basic game. You control this little cactus dude, and he's got to jump around this little area that's set up in your room, and it's in augmented reality. But it screws with your mind, because I was like, you have certain parts of the game you have to sort of move around to see different parts of the game area, and you do that by actually walking. And there was some containers, and I stepped over the containers because my brain said those containers are in your room. And I stepped over them. I turned around. I started laughing to myself. I was like, well, they're clearly not there because it's in augmented reality. But it works so well that it tricked my brain into thinking that something that actually wasn't there was there. And I think this is going to change the way we think about virtual reality and gaming in augmented reality. And I really do honestly think that augmented reality is going to be the next biggest thing in virtual reality.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fucking great. I don't know.
You're just worried about the privacy thing.
Yeah, because like, what if I like to play naked and they've got a map of my scan of my penis? You know, I don't want that all over the place. But you can join my
Mm,
OnlyFans for $9.99 a
it's a,
month. No.
it's a pretty small problem, to
It
be
is, it
honest.
is, it is. No, but in general, everyone seems to be just going, oh, it's great, and oh, that, everything scans this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah. But yeah, this is the rise of the machines, mate. Judgment Day is coming.
Oh well, I've had a good run. I'm quite happy. So
Yeah, you're 108 years old, you fucker. You've seen like 3 different centuries. What about us? That's beautiful. Yeah,
I didn't know that was going to pop up.
but yeah, it's not gonna make me buy a Quest 3. I don't think anything will. Judging by what my Quest 2 does at the moment, there's nothing
Yeah.
that will. If it was a PC VR headset, if it was a Rift 2023, then I'll probably buy it. But it's just a waste of 500 quid for me. It's unfortunate that it doesn't give more. But
Yeah, I mean, like
I'm
from
spoiled.
your point of
Yeah, I've got 3
from
headsets.
your point of view, you're a PC VR gamer, and the Index does everything that you need it to do. And like we said before in the podcast, Index is a great headset. I've massive problems. I've massive regret about selling mine. So I think so going forward, looking at Deckard will have to have pass-through cameras, color pass-through cameras, and a depth sensor, and it will be upgradable.
Modular,
I think
right? Yeah.
that is, it'll be modular. It'll be like the Steam Deck. It'll be modular. Yeah. So when you buy the Deckard, I think that will outlast the Index. I think that will be like a 5 to 10 year headset because it will be like a PC. You get to a certain point where you think, okay, I need to upgrade that. But I think what Valve are going to do is they're going to invest a lot of money in their lenses and the panels. So you're going to be paying for the lenses and the panels because these are going to be so far ahead of what the actual headset can do for a reason, so that when the headset comes out, it's going to be like amazing. But it won't be able to push the lenses and the screens to their maximum standalone. They might be able to do it connected to a PC, but So I think this is why it's taking so long, because Valve are trying to figure out how they can make a VR headset into a PC.
Future-proof. Yeah, not future-proof, but like the latest tech. But even then, you can switch the lenses out after 2 years or whatever they come up with.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I think they're going to invest the money in the display. So that like a subretinal, like a retinal display, but the headset won't be able to do retinal display until maybe 2 or 3, 4 years down the line, but then you have to upgrade the headset itself. Yeah. So when you buy a Deckard, that will be like similar to the Index. Once you bought the Index, that is the only headset you will need for PC VR for a considerable amount of time. I mean, the Index is now heading into its 5th year, I think. Mm-hmm. At the end of this year, it's going to be like 5 years old. Yeah. And it's still a great headset. So I think that what they want to do with the Deckard is they want to put the displays in that are going to be so far ahead of what everybody else is doing that headset is going to be able to last 10 years and it's going to be upgradable. And I think that's the problem they're trying to overcome right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's
I'm so excited for Deckard. I am. It's
been going on for so long. It's like I just don't really just talk about it. I mean, today's the first time in ages. I think it's just like all these little leaks and all this stuff. I just want the shit in my hand, or just tell me a date is coming out and then take my fucking money. Just take it. And then you'll be back in the world of Mindex. You'll be a Mindex banker again.
I will. Yeah, I will. But then we've got Quest 3 and we might have a Pico 5 on the horizon. We've got Gamescom starting on Wednesday, so we're hopefully going to get some games. So even though VR is like quite flat at the moment, the only things we're looking forward to are Firewall Ultra on Thursday and Crossfire Sierra Squad on Tuesday. by the time Crossfire Sierra Squad comes out, our landscape might have changed because of Gamescom.
It needs to.
Know.
It needs to. Think about it.
It does.
It's Q4 coming up. Christmas, Halloween, Ghostbusters, fucking all the same shit they're gonna fucking tease at the Meta Connect, whatever it's called. But
Assassin's Creed Nexus.
Yeah, like another CGI trailer. That'd be fun.
You old cynic, you.
It doesn't do much for me, that brand, to be honest. So.
Fitz, you coming down to EGX? Dude, we're all going to be there, mate. We can finally meet you.
What are you going to do there for 4 days, Fitz? Are you off your rocker, mate?
No, mate, honestly, I was there for 3 days last year, and I wish I had more time. I wish I'd stayed for the Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
I wish I had, because the thing is, right, it's not the fact that EGX is great, because there was very limited amount of VR games. It was the fact that I met Dr. Oculus, I met Buck, I met this really cool dude with dreadlocks whose name
Monkey
just gone out of my head. No, not Monkey Nuts.
No, his name is Monkey something on Twitch. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was really cool. Got to hang out with John Hibbins, who's the head of SciTech. Got to meet Mike. I got to meet Gamertag. It was just, it was really good. It was really good. It was really good fun. So obviously we're doing it this year, aren't we, Indy? Because I'm coming down to your house and I'm staying with you, even though you probably don't want me.
Sure, come round anytime.
Yeah. So your dad and your dad's girlfriend moving out again for the whole weekend.
Oh God. Yeah, you can do. October, right? Yeah. So okay. So it starts on a Friday, yeah? Is it Friday?
EGX starts on the. I think it starts on the way Thursday.
Yep.
So I'm coming down on the Thursday. I'll maybe do half a day EGX. And then, but need to be there for the Saturday night because apparently that's the big day. That's like the big party with all the creators.
Well, that's okay. We'll talk about this later because people don't hear us babbling about that, about EGX. But yeah, I'll probably have to do the weekend thing, like Thursday, Friday.
Oh, because you've got a job now, haven't you? I forgot about that.
It's not that. It's the fact that because I'm self-employed, that's the problem. Don't get holiday. Don't get paid leave. So it's like going to Pico, I took the day off work and then I've got to make that time up. I don't have to make the time up, but I want money, right? I'm a greedy salesperson, so I want my money. So yeah. Oh, God's sakes. Then so the Thursday and the Friday you're gonna be actually going down there. So then I might take the Friday off maybe, or I don't know.
I'd probably concentrate on the Saturday more. Take the Saturday off and do the. Oh no, Friday. Oh, Friday. John Hibbins usually takes everybody to the big Chinese just outside of EGX.
Yeah. So
you need to be there for that because that's when I met most of the VR content creators.
Yeah. So
saying that, yeah. I might not even get invited.
Well, if they're not giving me a ticket, for fuck's sake, yeah.
Oh, you should get a creator pass. I mean,
they didn't last time.
Well, Dr. Oculus got a. I'm pretty sure that Dr. Oculus got a creator pass, and Click's got a creator pass, and
yeah, but they've all got. I don't think 1,500.
Dude, just if you put your application in, yeah.
Yeah, I did it today.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Maybe they'll give me some kind of scum fuck pass that like the last hour that they're open, I'm allowed to go in there and watch people sweep up and shit.
The best thing about the creator pass is walking past the queues. Like creator, creator. They were like, yeah, just go straight through. And everybody was like, bastards.
Fucking creator pass wanker. I don't want to be one of those. Everyone would be like
But the
spitting on
thing
your
is-
back when you walk past them and that. What?
The thing is about EGX as well, it's not just about the VR stuff. There's like retro games, there's like cosplay stuff going on. It's just really it's like if you're a gamer and you're a geek, like I am, then it's just nirvana, because you can like all of the like retro VR games are all free. You can just go and play anything you want. All of the VR games, all of the retro games you loved, like they've all gone out of my head, like Galaxy and all that sort of stuff. You can just go and play them, and it's just nice to be surrounded by like-minded people.
Boring.
People don't give a don't give a fuck. People dress the way they want to, and it's just amazing. It's brilliant. And the VR stuff was really like everybody was really enthusiastic about the VR stuff last year. Obviously, Gamertag was running Fast Travel Games sort of VR sort of presentations. I know it doesn't work for them anymore, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be there. Beto Benja was there, but he was having a sandwich with his wife, and I didn't really want to interfere while he was having his dinner. So, but afterwards he said, "No, you should have said hello." But yeah, it's just be great. Just be great.
I'm going to a nerd convention in about 5 weeks in the PopCon, Comic-Con it's called the PopCon, I think it is in Switzerland. There'll be loads of little Swiss girls in little short skirts. I'll send you some videos of what it looks like in there, Mac.
Is this with your company?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go.
Oh,
there
you're actually getting to go abroad.
Yeah. So.
All right. Okay.
They're flying. They're going to fly me out there, and then take part in the actual convention. So it'll be fun, man. And then I will get some content as well. Should be a good laugh to get to meet everyone. So it's good, really good.
Yes. So we catch up on the chat before we pack in.
No, I want to play Green Hell and get really pissed off. No, joking. Okay. Let me get this up a bit.
Gaming Legends, hello. Simon V, Assassin. Yeah, okay. Assassin said that you carry your phone around your house, the same possibility of scanning your house. They probably already know 99% of what you got in your house because you bought it on the internet.
It's true.
Yeah. My wife actually turned off the microphone on her phone because she started getting weird adverts.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned something and all of a sudden you get an advert for it.
Is she on Apple, is she?
Yeah, she is, yeah.
She's not the first person. A lot of people have had that.
Yeah.
But you have to, when you get an iPhone, you need to go deep into the settings and turn so much stuff off they don't tell you about. There's a lot of settings in there that are in the back. You think you've turned it off, but no, you got to go like right into it.
Yeah, really deep. More VR. I had an Atari and a ColecoVision. I had a ColecoVision as well. Yeah, wow, crazy. Yeah.
I think
really cool.
the PSVR 2 No Man's Sky is getting an update, but they didn't. No Man's Sky is getting an update. They didn't say if it's graphics or what on the PSVR 2.
I've never. I played the flat screen version of No Man's Sky, and then I played the VR version when it first released, and it was really janky.
Yeah, it's
made me feel sick. But apparently, it's changed a lot, and it's really good now. But it's a time sink, and unfortunately, I don't have time because I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
I will get to Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I think Cole's been telling me to get into and what's that called? What's that other one in VR that the actual galaxy Milky Way, whatever the fuck it's called?
Oh, Star Citizen.
No, not Star Citizen, an older one.
Oh, Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got that on the PS5. I played that on the PSVR 1, I think, back in the day.
Oh my god, I was so addicted to Elite Dangerous. But the problem is that is another. I spent a load of time grinding to buy this ship, and then I realized once I bought the ship that it would take me 4 times more time to grind to get the ship up to its full capacity. and I'd put like 100 hours in. I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it to myself.
Yeah.
I can't do it to myself. It was, yeah. But I mean, Elite Dangerous in VR is absolutely unbelievably good.
Yeah.
But it's so addictive and it's a time sink. Oh my God.
Yeah, like even any game like that, because it's all like sci-fi and space. I was playing even that Battle Group VR I was playing yesterday. I was like, oh, this is so cool because like you're in space in VR, and that's like
Yeah.
in my mind, like when you're a kid, that's futurist. That's the future in like space and like being in virtual reality in space and that. So those games are always really good. We'll have to sort of date out, but it's just like fucking when.
Yeah.
And
So
Tranquility, yeah.
Sorry, Monkey Nuts keeps bugging me to try the Ghost multiplayer. Oh God, I didn't realize it was a multiplayer, but I probably won't be able to join you, Monkey. Sorry, dude. Like time is of the essence. I just don't have enough. Even though I don't have a job now, my life seems to be taken up with. I just don't seem to have enough time. I don't know actually how I managed to do 42 hours a week doing my job and running a YouTube channel at the same time, because now that I do it full time, even though I haven't done anything for ages,
It can easily be full time. Yeah, mate, it does. So much shit goes on behind the scenes. Like people see a video like once a week, don't they? Or a stream. I mean, streaming's a lot easier. But like
streaming is a lot easier, yeah.
Yeah. The rest of it, doing the other stuff. I mean, I was streaming on Twitch recently. I was just like, fuck me, that's so easy compared to streaming on YouTube. Yeah. Thumbnails and tags and oh god, it's just like one button, that's it, go. But yeah, man. So I might give Green Hell a go. Fuck. It's just because I've been waiting for it for so long that I need to play a version of it. I have to play a version of it.
I'm going to give you a bit of advice here, right? So ignore what everybody else says. The Quest 2 version of Green Hell is really good. Right. I played it all the way through, got right to the end, finished it, did loads of live streams, thoroughly enjoyed it. It's like Into the Radius. It's like one of those games where it just kind of drags you in.
Yeah.
So ignore the fact that people have been slagging off the graphics. It's the gameplay that counts, and Green Hell is really good. If you haven't played Green Hell on Quest 2, go and play it. It's really good. If you've got a PSVR 2, probably that's the better version to play. Yeah. You know, for the stability and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, Green Hell is really good. It's a really good game.
I've been waiting years, so I'm just going to get it. And then I'll order Firewall. And then Walking Dead, give it a miss. There was one other game on the list, which was Kayak Mirage, which I've played before, but I think the PSVR 2 it's like 15 quid or something at the moment. Tempting.
It is, and that is incredible. Yeah. It is incredible. I got a key on launch day, played it. It just, again, it's the ease of use on the PSVR 2, because with the PC version you have to fanny around with the graphics because it's really intense graphically on the PC. But with the PSVR 2, they seem to have hit that sweet spot of like graphics and playability and frame rate. It's really good. Yeah, it is. That is a really good game. Do it.
Right, so I'm just going to ask the community.
And it's very, very, very chill.
Yeah.
It will drop your heart rate.
Yeah, until a fucking thing comes out of the thing trying to rip my balls off. A leopard, whatever they're called.
Give me a second. I just need to...
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick poll. Shall I stream on YouTube? Yes. Or Twitch? Is a no. Like, as in, that's the answer. Like, yeah. Because I know we've done like chats before, and like we had a vote, and people were like doing non-indie stuff on Twitch, basically, which is what I've been doing, which I have been doing. But then my YouTube analytics, I don't really give a fuck, to be honest, anymore. So at this point in time, I think everyone's just in a, oh look, it's going down from yeses. Simulcast, nah, it's because the quality 720p if I do, oh shit, sorry. The quality 720p if I do it simultaneously, and then it's like I'm not paying 50 quid a month just to get 1080p and stream on both. If I was making like guaranteed 50 quid back off it, then I would do it, I guess, but it's just not worth it. No. If I had like a shit ton of subscribers and followers, like thousands and thousands, then I wouldn't care because then it's worth it, right? Stream live on Twitch and up to YouTube later. Yeah, I could do.
So are you talking about doing like
Oh,
VR on
but-
Twitch?
Yeah, I just said, should I play Green Hell on Twitch or on YouTube? And have you seen the vote, the poll? They always do it to
Yeah.
me. They always fucking do it to me. I need a tiebreaker. Get Baldur's Gate 3 and we can play
No.
co-op on a massive 100-inch screen. Make it
No.
VR.
Right, Baldur's Gate 3. Need to talk about Baldur's Gate 3. So I was quite excited about Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Because I was going to stop streaming Ghost of Tsushima on the Pico platform, and I was going to switch to Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons fan. I thought, right, okay, well, I can go in as a noob and play, and people could sort of enjoy the journey of me learning the Dungeons and Dragons things. And then I started to watch this video about how to play Baldur's Gate 3 as a noob. And within 2 minutes, he was talking about stats and stat multipliers and rolling the dice, and you have all these sort of things that you can do. And I just went, no. I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons fan, and I don't think I ever will be. And unfortunately, it's a pity because Baldur's Gate 3 is the most popular game on Steam at the moment.
I loved Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on the PS2 or whatever it was. That was fucking great. But all this turn-based roll dice-y kind of stuff is nah. I want to actually hurt people, you know? I know it's pressing a button doing it, but yeah.
You can stream VR in a bathtub on Twitch.
And on Pico.
Yeah. Yes, Ghost of Tsushima. I am streaming Ghost of Tsushima on the Pico video app on the Pico headset. I've been doing it for about a week now. I've put about 40 or 50 hours in. And yeah, the game itself is really, really good. It has nothing to do with VR. The Pico stuff I'm doing on the video app is completely separate from my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a separate entity. So just to get that out of the way.
It's all part of MacInVR PLC though.
Yeah, it is. Well, sometimes you just have to chase the money, don't you?
Yeah. Why not? I'd do the same.
So,
but
exactly.
Right. So I think that's everything for today.
It is, yeah. Talk about everything I want to talk about.
So we're going to do Firewall on Thursday, Cross-Dresser Sierra Squad on Tuesday. Maybe on the weekend we might do with Mac and Fitz Rotten Apple. And I'm going to give away some keys for Battle Group to my channel members. I'll do that after this. And what else? Virtually Rek't. No, bloody hell. The Arcade Podcast S02 is out tomorrow. Is live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Hello.
He's only drinking water. It might be vodka, but there you go.
That's at 7 o'clock tomorrow. We've got a guest who is the CEO of Synthesis, which is basically a platform that people license games through. That'd be interesting. Looking forward to that. That is my week, really. Weekend is always kind of whatever, kind of leave it open. But if I can catch Mac, we'll play something. We will play some Rotten Apple, most probably.
So my schedule is... Sorry, carry on.
And I'll probably, in the next hour, I might stream Green Hell for about 3 or 4 hours. If anyone knows the game, without giving me spoilers and can kind of help me if I get stuck, that'd be great if you could join. Thanks.
Well, I'll be on for if you start streaming within the hour, I'll be on for a bit, and I played Green Hell all the way through, so I can give you some advice there. It is, ignore everybody talking about the graphics. The game is really good.
Yeah.
You like survival horror.
Yeah, survival's.
I played it, and I played Green Hell and finished it, and really enjoyed it. I did loads of live streams about it. It is quite in depth. There's a lot of inventory management and upgrades and all this sort of stuff you can do. It's It's quite an absorbing game.
Yeah.
And you can die quite quickly if you're not paying attention, which is one of the things I quite like about it. Yeah, so I'm going to stay on for a bit. Try and catch your Green Hell live stream. Right, so for me, Thursday, we're going to do Firewall Ultra. So if anybody's up for that, we've got Surge, we've got me, we've got hopefully Tassos can get the night off. We'll try and get Fitz involved. I'm pretty sure he'll be up for that. And then if we can get a full room of us to play the PvP, that would be amazing. Rotten Apple's on Saturday if Serge wants to do it. Then obviously Crossfire, Sierra Squad, we're going to need... I mean, I'm going to have it. Serge is going to have it. I'm guessing Fitz is going to have it.
So everyone's going to have it.
Everyone's going to have it. So we need... we're going to be playing the co-op. We're going to be doing the PvE, the PvP. Well, there isn't a PvP. We're going to do the co-op. Yeah, so that'd be great. Get involved in the Discord on my channel and Indie's channel. Try and get involved so you can get your name down. It's first come, first served. And then that's the schedule. It's exciting. And Gamescom, hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, we're going to get some announcements in VR. So that's going to be quite good. Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah, let's see what Gamescom brings. And we'll be back in 2 weeks, won't we? 14 days. Yeah. So
Shall we get a guest on?
Sorry?
Shall we get a guest on?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get a guest.
Okay. I've got an idea for a guest, whether he wants to come on or not. He's tall and he's lovely, and you've interviewed him before.
Bill Cosby.
I've been in contact.
I'm actually going to see him. I'm going to meet him for the first time. He's coming to England for the first time. Meet him next week.
Oh, Skeeve. Yeah, I can't make it down, unfortunately.
I didn't invite you.
He did. So fuck you.
Yeah, I need to see proof of that.
Ask him if he wants to come on the podcast then, because he will be a great guest.
He's so fucking busy. It's going to be so hard to pin him down, but I'll ask him.
Okay, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is one of VR's great people as well.
Yeah.
Such a nice man. And he is incredibly tall. You probably have to shrink the camera down just to get him on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, I did him on my podcast in Neos. Jesus Christ. Yeah. My podcast in Neos. What happened to that? I need to get that back on that. I need to get...
They were good. Do you remember the one we did with...
Toothpaste.
Did we do it with Fitz, where he was playing the little girl, and we were chasing around? I was dressed as a tube of toothpaste.
No.
And you were Godzilla?
No, it wasn't Fitz. It was...
No, it was. It was Fitz, because he got banned for being a 13-year-old girl. Remember?
It's not Fitz. It's... How can I forget his name?
Fitz.
He plays Population 1 with his missus. How the hell did I forget his name? I ain't spoke to him for so long, though.
Oh my God. Yeah, because basically he's a social media manager on Facebook, and he got banned from Facebook for being a 13-year-old girl. And he's like, dude, I'm a 42-year-old fella.
Skillex.
Sorry,
Sorry, Skillex. There you go.
So we had this session where after we'd done the interview, I was dressed as a tube of toothpaste, and you were like a candy cane, and we were chasing each other around the landscape, and I decided to be Godzilla. Neos is fucking crazy. We need to go back into Neos, man.
Someone was asking about a movie night earlier. So we've been talking about doing a movie night for so long, but obviously it's only select people.
So as he said, the bear and the toothpaste. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh my God. Should we do let's do a movie night. Let's organise it on Discord. You do it because you're better at that sort of shit than I am. Oh,
great. Yeah, I can set up my fucking OBS on time for a fucking podcast, yeah? So everyone would need...
Oh, my God.
Everyone would need to have a PCVR, basically. Yeah, and then you just got to be careful, who we let in. That's the one thing.
Yeah, exactly. And do the karaoke as well. And the disco.
Oh, my God. You could actually do a whole night out in there. You could do a whole night
Oh,
out.
it
They've
was
got
amazing.
karaoke, they've got a sky bar, they've got a stand-up comedy area, it's just amazing.
It is, yeah. Okay.
Right.
You sort that out because I'm useless. Okay, so I think we're going to end the podcast there.
So that meetup will be around December 2035 if I do it. See you
I
all
might
then.
be dead. Bye.
It'll be like
an AI.
It'll be like
an AI.
It'll be like a weekend at Bernie's. We'll just be dragging your fucking corpse around.
Oh.
Right, guys. Yeah. So I'm probably going to just stream on Twitch. That's probably what I'm going to do because everyone's voted to piss off to Twitch.
Right. So you're doing Green Hell on Twitch, are you?
It's 54%. So I think that means it's down up to me, isn't it?
Hold the count. Tangent said Deckard releases in 2035.
There you go. Yeah. Cheers everyone for watching, and thanks for the super chat, Bluebell. Appreciate it very much,
my friend.
I'll see you all tomorrow in the Arcade podcast for
right, so catch Serge over on Twitch doing Green Hell. I'm gonna jump over. I haven't used Twitch for a long time, so it might take me a while to get that sorted. But yeah, okay. Thank you for watching the podcast. I've been MacInVR, and he has been IndieVR.
I have.
And after all the problems we had, your camera actually didn't start twitching.
Yeah,
we started.
Yeah, I'm glad it's working. I'm just not.
Switched off a few times.
Yeah, I'm just not in the middle of my shot, but who cares? Too late now. I've just leveled it out. There you go. I'm in the middle.
Hey! Perfect. Right for the end of the podcast.
Okay, everyone.
See you later. Thanks
Catch
for
you later,
watching,
everyone.
mate.
Cheers. Bye.
See you later, Monkey. See you later, Simon. See you, Gaming Legends.
There's too many to say.
There is too many to say. Right. Okay.
Classy Cole Fitz, Dips, Weeble, Bluebell, and
Cindy, Mindy,
and the guy with the bindi. Right. Catch you guys later.
Cheers, guys. Okay, we're going to stop.